Hello friends, today I would like to discuss here about the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic cell difference. So now about the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So to which cell is called as the prokaryotic cell? The cell which lacks the nucleus. So in prokaryotic cell, nucleus is absent. In prokaryotic cell, nucleus is absent. Pro means before and karyotes means nucleus. Means before the entry of the nucleus, whatever the cells they are present, it is called as the prokaryotic cells. Means that cell do not contain the nucleus. Nucleus it is absent. Here, nucleus it is present. In eukaryotic cell, nucleus is present. Nucleus is present. In eukaryotic cell, U means true and karyotes means nucleus. True nucleus. In the eukaryotic cell, true membrane-bound nucleus is present. But in prokaryotic cell, the region of the bacterial cell where this DNA, bacterial DNA is present, that region is called as the nucleoid region. That region is called as the nucleoid region. Though in prokaryotic cell the nucleus it is absent. In prokaryotic cell nucleus it is absent, but the region where the DNA is present, the cytoplasmic part where the DNA is present, that part it is called as the nucleoid region. That part is called as the nucleoid region. Now the second point, in general, the general size of the prokaryotic cell is ranges from 1 micrometer to 1 micrometer to 5 micrometer. In general size of prokaryotic cell is 1 micrometer to 5 micrometer. General size of the prokaryotic cell is 1 micrometer to 5 micrometer, while general size of eukaryotic cell is 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. Okay, so general size of the prokaryotic cell is 1 micrometer to 5 micrometer, while general size of eukaryotic cell is 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. Now the third point, in prokaryotic cell, membrane-bound cellular organelles are absent. In prokaryotic cell, membrane-bound cellular organelles are absent. Membrane-bound cellular organelles are absent. Now, what is the membrane-bound cellular organelles? Membrane-bound cellular organelles means mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi complex. For example, mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, nucleolus, Golgi complex. Such membrane-bound cellular organelles are absent in the prokaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell, membrane-bound cellular organelles are absent. Means membrane-bound cellular organelles means here the mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex. So such membrane-bound cellular organelles they are absent in the prokaryotic cell. While in the eukaryotic cell, membrane-bound cellular organelles are present. Membrane-bound cellular organelles are present. Cellular organelles are present. Means here like mitochondria, in case of the plants, chloroplast it is present, then Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus. So such membrane-bound cellular organelles are present in the eukaryotic cells. So here like mitochondria. In case of the plant cell, when you consider the plant cells, then chloroplast it is present. In the animal cell, chloroplast is absent. Then endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, etc. So here remaining points we will also see. First point is nuclear acid is absent in the prokaryotic cell, while nuclear acid is present in the eukaryotic cell. The region where the circular double-stranded DNA of the bacteria is present, that region of the cytoplasmic region is called nucleoid region. That region is called the nucleoid region. Here the general size of the prokaryotic cell is 1 micrometer to 5 micrometer, while the general size of the eukaryotic cell is 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. In prokaryotic cells, membrane-bound cellular organelles, they are absent, like the mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, etc. While in case of the eukaryotic cells, the membrane-bound cellular organelles, they are present. Membrane-bound cellular organelles like here mitochondria. In case of what we can say the plants, the chloroplast is present. In animal cell, the chloroplast is absent. Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, they are present in the eukaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell, 70th type of ribosome is present. 70th type of ribosome is present in prokaryotic cell. 70th type of ribosome is present in prokaryotic cell. 70th type of the ribosome is depending on the sedimentation coefficient. Here 70th type of the ribosome is classified into the small subunit as a 30th type, the large subunit as a 50th type. So here combinedly it is of the 70th type, separately it is the 30th type and the 50th type. Small subunit is of the 30th type and the large subunit is of the 50th type. So 70th type of the ribosome is present in the prokaryotic cell. In case of the eukaryotic cell, in eukaryotic cell, 80th type of ribosome is present. 80th type of ribosome is present. Ribosome is present in the cytoplasm. In cytoplasm. So in cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell, 80th type of the ribosome is present. This 80th type of the ribosome having the small subunit as a 40th type and the large subunit it is of the 60th type. So combined it is called as the 80th type of the ribosome, that is S stands for the sedimentation coefficient. Why it is called as the cytoplasm? In cytoplasm, because in eukaryotic cells the mitochondria it also contains the ribosome, but which is smaller. In mammals which is the 55th type, and in case of the chloroplast also the ribosome it is present, which is smaller than the cytoplasmic ribosome. So here specially mentioned that in eukaryotic cell, in cytoplasm of the eukaryotic cell, 80th type of the ribosome it is present, which having the small subunit as a 40th type and the large subunit as a 60th type. In prokaryotes, cell wall is present. In prokaryotes, cell wall is present. In prokaryotes, cell wall is present, and it is made up of the peptidoglycan layer, and it is made up of peptidoglycan layer. In case of the prokaryotic cell, cell wall it is present outer layer which is called as the glycocalyx. Then the second layer it is called as the cell wall, while the third innermost layer it is called as the plasma membrane. So in case of the bacteria, that is the prokaryotic cell, outermost layer it is called as the glycocalyx. Okay. Then second innermost layer is called the cell wall, and third innermost layer is called the plasma membrane. Now, in case of the eukaryotic cell, in eukaryotic cell, like plant cell and fungus, cell wall is present. Cell wall is present. So in case of the eukaryotic cell, in the plant cell and the fungus, cell wall it is present, but it is absent in animal cell. But it is absent in animal cell. In animal cell, the cell wall it is absent. In the plant cell wall is generally made up of the cellulose. In plant cell, generally cell wall is made up of the cellulose, while in the fungus, cell wall is made up of the chitin. In plant cell wall is made up of the cellulose, while in fungus, cell wall is made up of the chitin. But in case of the animal cell wall is the absent. In prokaryotic cells, the process of DNA replication, transcription and translation all are occurs in the cytoplasm. So in prokaryotic cells, we can say the process of DNA replication, that is the formation of the DNA from parental DNA. It is called as the DNA replication. So in prokaryotes, process of DNA replication, then the transcription and translation all are occurs in cytoplasm. All are occur in cytoplasm. So here the process of replication, that is DNA replication. Then here the process of transcription, that is the formation of the mRNA. Here the replication means formation of the new DNA from the parental DNA, called as the DNA replication. Here the formation of the RNA from the DNA is called as the transcription, while the formation of the protein from mRNA it is called as the translation. So all these three processes, that is the process of replication, transcription and translation, all three processes occurs in the cytoplasm in case of prokaryotic cell. In case of the prokaryotic cell, all these processes, replication, transcription and translation occurs in the cytoplasm. But in case of the eukaryotic cell, here the process of DNA replication means formation of the new DNA from the parental DNA, as well as the process of formation of the mRNA means transcription. It occurs in the nucleus, means the process of replication and transcription. The process of replication and transcription, it is occurs in the nucleus, while the process of translation it occurs in the cytoplasm. This mRNA through the nuclear pores comes into the cytoplasm, and with the help of the ribosome, this mRNA carried out the process of the protein synthesis, that is the translation. So we can say the process of translation it occurs in the cytoplasm. So here the process of translation it occurs in the cytoplasm in case of the eukaryotic cell. So here we can write the process of DNA replication, transcription and translation occurs in cytoplasm. All three processes they are occurs in the cytoplasm in case of the prokaryotic cell. While in case of the eukaryotic cell, the process of replication and transcription occurs in the nucleus. It occurs in the nucleus. While the process of translation it occurs in the cytoplasm. In eukaryotes, in eukaryotic cell, process of replication, DNA replication and transcription occurs in nucleus. It occurs in the nucleus, while the process of translation occurs in cytoplasm. While process of translation, that is the protein synthesis, occurs in cytoplasm. Okay. In prokaryotes, the DNA is circular double-stranded, while in eukaryote, in the nucleus, the DNA it is the linear. In prokaryotes, DNA is circular double-stranded. In case of the prokaryotes, the DNA it is a circular double-stranded. DNA it is present in case of the prokaryotes. While in eukaryotes, the DNA it is linear. In the nucleus, the DNA it is the linear. In case of the mitochondria and chloroplast, in eukaryotes, mitochondria and chloroplast it is also present. So in mitochondria and chloroplast, the DNA it is the circular. But in nucleus, in eukaryotes, nuclear DNA is linear double-stranded. So here the difference is, in prokaryotic cells the DNA is the circular double-stranded, which is present in the cytoplasm. But in case of the eukaryotes, the DNA which is present in the nucleus, that is the nuclear DNA, it is the linear double stranded. It is linear double stranded. In case of the eukaryotic cells, the mitochondria it is present. But in mitochondria, the DNA it is the circular double stranded one. As well as in case of the plants, the chloroplast is present, and in chloroplast also the DNA it is the circular double stranded. So this indicates that this mitochondria and this chloroplast it contains the circular double stranded DNA in case of the eukaryotes, which shows the similarity with the bacteria, as the bacteria also contains the circular double stranded DNA. So as per the endosymbiotic theory, these mitochondria and the chloroplast, they considered to be the bacteria which during the course of the evolution enters into the eukaryotic cells and later becomes the parts of the eukaryotic cell. So this mitochondria and chloroplast, they contain the circular double stranded DNA, while the nucleus it contains the linear double stranded DNA. So this is the difference we can also observe in the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotes it includes kingdom Monera. So prokaryotes it includes the kingdom Monera, which contains the bacteria and archaebacteria. So here example of the prokaryotic cells, it includes the bacteria and the archaebacteria. Archaebacteria they are present in the extreme environmental condition. So archaebacteria they are different from the normal eubacteria. So archaebacteria they are present in the extreme condition. So we can say here in prokaryotes includes the kingdom Monera, which includes the bacteria and the archaebacteria. Archaebacteria they are present in the extreme condition. And eukaryotic cell it includes the kingdom. It includes kingdom Protista. Kingdom Protista it contains the single cell eukaryotes, which includes amoeba, yeast. Kingdom Protista it contains the single cell eukaryotes, that is the single cell organisms which contains the nucleus. For example, yeast and the amoeba. In kingdom Fungi, this kingdom Fungi it is a multicellular heterotrophic and it contains the cell wall, while it also includes the kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae also multicellular, mostly multicellular. It contains the nucleus, and kingdom Plantae they are the photosynthetic in the nature, they are the autotrophic in the nature, and they also contain the cell wall. Eukaryotic cell also includes the kingdom Animalia. The specificity of the kingdom Animalia is it do not contain the cell wall. They are the heterotrophic in the nature, they do not contain the cell wall, and mostly they are also the multicellular in the nature. Generally, prokaryotic cells they are unicellular. Generally, prokaryotic cells are unicellular. Generally, prokaryotic cells are the unicellular. Eukaryotic cells are multicellular. Generally, eukaryotic cells they are the multicellular, while prokaryotic cells they are the unicellular. And here, last point I would like to discuss is in prokaryotic cell, histone proteins they are present. In prokaryotic cell, histone proteins are absent. In prokaryotic cell, histone proteins are absent. Generally, the histone proteins they are present surrounding to the DNA. So we call the DNA plus histone protein as a chromosome. But in case of the prokaryotic cell, histone proteins are absent, but histone-like proteins are present. So here it is most important point. In prokaryotic cells, the histone proteins are absent, but histone-like proteins are present, which are surrounding to the DNA. In case of the eukaryotes, in eukaryotic cell, histone proteins are present. Which are surrounding to the DNA, and histone proteins mostly contain the basic amino acid.